Yo, have you heard of LinkedIn Learning? If you haven't, LinkedIn Learning is an American massive open online course provider. It provides video courses taught by industry experts in a variety of subjects. Now, why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because Living Corporate is in partnership with LinkedIn Learning to provide diversity, equity, and inclusion courses. Listen, if you're trying to be a better ally, you want to understand better diversity, equity, inclusion strategies, or you just want to learn how to be a better leader, you got to check out the courses on LinkedIn Learning. So check it out. You can do it one of two ways. You can click the link in the show notes, or you go to LinkedIn Learning and you search Living Corporate. Again, link in the show notes, or go to LinkedIn Learning and search Living Corporate. I'll see you over there.
Our topic today is protect Black women. Okay, so remember how I said like last night was kind of crazy, right? With, you know, things that happened with Will Smith. So the last week, there has been what I would say hearings for the Supreme Court for the new nominee, and it is the first Black woman nominated to the Supreme Court. This is one of the few promises Joe Biden actually kept. He said he would nominate a Black woman to the Supreme Court. I haven't forgot about them student loans, but I won't go there.
Nobody has Joe.
I won't go there.
Joe.
Robinette.
JRB.
So these hearings have occurred, and they have been, for lack of a better word, disgusting. You know,
I would call them traumatized.
Go for it. Go for it, Dr. Nikki.
So that's why I think we wanted to sort of tie these things together, right? Because on the one hand, we talk about defending and protecting Black women. On the other hand, we have the complete verbal assault. I would call it a verbal assault. It was a verbal and intellectual and character assault on Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson that happened over the course of 3 days, and again, very public space. And listen, first of all, let me put all of my clear politics out there. The system is rigged. I don't really care too much about the Supreme Court and the three branches of government. All the shit is corrupted at this point.
Yep. It's not broken, it's rigged.
It's rigged. And we're in a devolving state of this current democracy. We all just got to participate in it to the best that we can while it's happening. But the Supreme Court is corrupted. However, if Ketanji Brown Jackson wants this job, I'm going to stand for her. Go sis. Go sis. Be treated with dignity and respect in the process of going for it. And that did not happen.
At all.
I'm also nobody's fan of Cory Booker, to be clear. He is a showboater. I bet if you Googled showboater, his picture is right there. But what he did in the way that he used his space and authority in those hearings, to me, is what I mean when I say, as a Black woman, I want to be protected.
Yes.
He took the opportunity he had with his platform to make sure that her humanity was recognized, that she had an opportunity to reintegrate into herself and calm down, that she was reminded of her brilliance and her worth.
He affirmed it.
He affirmed everything about that. I would much rather Will Smith have gotten up there when he won the award, and instead of talking about his winning the award, talk about the fact that he was bothered by how his wife was treated, and give somebody some schooling around that. That to me would have been a more effective and appropriate response, because there was a time and a place for that. You don't think Ketanji Brown Jackson felt violated by the questions that she was asked?
Think her husband didn't want to get up there and swing on Ted Cruz?
Oh my God.
I want to swing on Ted Cruz.
Jinx.
Right? But that wasn't how you handled that situation in the context. And I think that's why the context really does matter. And we need more people to really think about how, and this is the one last thing I'm going to say, right? The other thing about what made Will Smith's behavior to me so problematic, and why I don't put it in the same category, is in that moment to me, Will centered himself.
Yes. He
didn't center his wife. And what happened, what we saw differently play out with Cory Booker and Ketanji Brown Jackson, was he centered her. He did not center himself. He used his power and his privilege in that moment to give protection and care for her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And y'all can fight me on that in the street. And I know it's a lot of Black intellectuals that are like, can't believe that I'm saying this, but I stand on my shit. I stand firm on this.
I know. And, like you said, our political system is rigged, right? It's not broken. It is rigged, to be very clear. It's working exactly how it's designed to work, right? And, Cory Booker, he has problems, but I'm human enough to be able to recognize when somebody does the right thing. He went up there and used his time to affirm her and let her know that she's worthy, and because the thing is, all the Republicans are going at her. None of the other Democrats protected her in the way that they should have, right? He's the only one.
So I wouldn't say I'm pushing back. I just so she was the epitome of grace. And I love people who know their shit. I love it because she handled every question with aplomb. Yep. I was floored, absolutely floored. And especially when she basically, so the definition of,
woman, the definition of woman.
Well, no, it was like,
can babies be racist?
No, don't get me started with that shit. Oh my God, that just pissed me off. I'm just again Ted Cruz, blah. But it's diplomacy is the ability to tell somebody to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. And she was on fire. I loved it. Basically, when she was saying, when it comes to sentencing and everything else, I mean, I follow the laws that y'all write. So go do your damn job and write better laws if you want me to be able to enforce them, right? And so I thought she did brilliantly. For me, the whole thing was, I try not to believe in evil, but there are certain people on this planet who go out of their way to lie and do things that don't benefit anybody. I don't even know that it benefits themselves. They just do it out of spite. And
Ted Cruz.
Yeah. And that's what I saw. Ted Cruz, Marsha, whatever her name is.
Holly.
Yeah. I was
being sass.
Yeah, because I was like,
Mitch McConnell.
Lord, I was like, you know what, y'all? To me, if you were going to play politics, if you were a decent Republican and you wanted to play politics, putting Judge Jackson on the court wouldn't change anything. You're not losing a seat, right? This was your one time to just shut your damn mouth and be like, you know what? Yeah, she's great. Let's move on, right? But they chose not to. Not only did they choose not to, they chose to then try to pull her down when she cannot be touched. There was like literally nothing you could do to try to pin her on anything, to the point where the American Bar Association came out and was like, everything that they said, all those lawyers those were all lies. And she gets our highest rating ever. Like, I'm like, sometimes just shut up and just let things happen. So yeah, I'm
but that's really why I do think, but Brian, that's why I do call it violence. And I think it was intentional. I think I think the pointlessness is the point. I think I think the like vileness of their feelings of insecurity, right? They know they're not on her level. They at some point, not even late at night, I think in the middle of those hearings, they know they can't touch her, and I think that creates a sense of disgust in themselves, because I think they recognize on some level, I'm supposed to be better than her, and I'm not. And so my only response to that is to respond with violence. And I do think the assault on her was violent. I hear what you're saying about grace, and I think it's problematic that Black women have to be held to that level of self-regulation to their own detriment. Like I worry about her psychologically and physiologically after having sat through that for 3 days.
Because Brett Kavanaugh did not have that emotional regulation. Do you remember when he was up there screaming?
Literal spittle coming out of his mouth.
He couldn't do that.
Red and splotchy, right? This is like he could show up fully dysregulated.
My rats.
And still get a clean vote, right? Oh my God. So yeah, it's a lot going on in these streets, y'all.
Protect Black women the right way.
The right way. Protect me the way I want to be protected. we can try to keep walking y'all through these treacherous streets for the next couple of months with the end of our second season. What are season 2B? I still can't remember. 2B. We appreciate you all listening, and I hope you're talking back to the device, whatever way you listen to us. That's how we know that in my household, that's an indication that it's entertaining. If you're talking back at the, you talk back at the TV or the podcast or whatever, we continue to ask you to feel free to engage with us. You can always tweet at us. You can email us. I don't remember the emails. One of these young gentlemen here will help you with the email address. What is it?
Yeah, so it is thebreakroom@living-corporate.com. So
it's that dash that gets me.
It's that dash. Yep.
Yeah.
The break room
at
living-corporate.com.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna remember it. I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah.
So please reach out to us. If there's something you want us to talk about, please reach out to us. We love listening to what our fans have to say and what our listeners have to say, because we do this for y'all.
Yes.
We do it for y'all.
We're here for the people. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up for today?
It's so nice to be back with y'all.
It is.
Sorry, I'm just like so nice to see y'all. Yeah.
Yes. So we're back. We have some really good episodes planned for you all for this season. We're going to continue to look more at sort of how a lot of these nuances and individual differences show up in the world of work, especially around Black folks' mental health in the workplace. So we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.